So one of the questions I get most from course creator is, what price should I set my course at? And it's a really good question because both underpricing and overpricing can seriously reduce your earning potential as a course creator, of course. Now, for every pricing strategy, there are course creators who are killing it. However, if you're just starting out with your online course business and you want to be on the fastest and simplest path to over $10,000 per month, stay tuned to find out what I recommend you set your course prices at and why. Hi, welcome to the 10K Course Creator Show. My name is Steven, and this show is all about helping course creators scale their online business to over $10,000 per month in the fastest and simplest way possible. And the price of your course plays a crucial role in how simple or difficult it's going to be for you to achieve your income goal. So in this episode, I'll share with you how I've taken 3 online course businesses to 6 figures per year, and all of them within 12 months by setting this price for my courses. Alright, so before we jump into what price we should set, we need to get something out of the way first, which is, should you charge a one-time fee or monthly fee for your course? Now, you can definitely succeed either way, but for those who are especially just starting out, I'm really going to recommend you charge a one-time fee. So as a course, but not a recurring fee as like a membership. And the reason for that is, if you charge a one-time fee, of course, you can charge a much higher price than a monthly fee. And that will give you the cash flow that you really need at the beginning. So you can either fund yourself, or you can dedicate more time to your online business, or you can fund ads so you can get more traffic and get more potential students to your course. Now, on the other hand, with a membership, you're going to have a slower cash flow at the start, and that's going to make it much more difficult to scale. And also, you're going to need to spend more efforts and more time in keeping your students within that membership, and that will definitely be taking away from your efforts in marketing and promoting your course as well. So if you really want to do a membership, my recommendation would be start out with a course, get some good initial cash flow, and then work on building a membership from there. Alright, so now let's say you're going to charge a one-time fee for the course. How much should you charge? Now, I'll first give a quick answer. I will price it at $300 to $500, or up to $1,000 if possible, but no lower than $300. Now, higher is fine too, if you can manage to ask for that kind of price, but generally it is quite difficult to sell a $1,000 plus course without having sales calls. Now, just to be clear, I'm talking about the DIY self-paced course that have very little involvement from the teachers themselves. So not like a coaching program, but more like a self-served course. Usually, it is hard to demand $300 to $500 plus for a course with zero involvement. So maybe you can set up some kind of Q&A group that the students can ask questions in. You can give them some quick answer and some quick feedback. That's what I've done with my courses. And I myself have built 3 online courses in 3 different niches that generate over $10,000 per month, and they are all priced at $400. Now, this pricing is great because let's say you are selling at $400 and your income goal is $10,000 per month. Now, you only need to sell 25 of them in a month in order to hit your income goal. Now, compare that with, say, you sell a $40 course. It would seem that now at that price, sure, it is easier for potential students to get in the door, but in order to hit that same income goal of $10,000 per month, you're going to need to sell 250 of your course in a month, which is almost 10 students per day in order to meet your income goal. So let's see the math again. A $10,000 per month income goal, you're selling a $400 course, you only need 25 students per month. That is less than 1 per day on average. If you sell a $40 course, you're going to need 250 students. That's almost 10 students per day you're going to need to get. And the fact is, from my experience, I can tell you, it is not 10 times harder to sell a $400 course than a $40 course. Because either way, you're going to need to get your potential students to trust you enough and get over that friction of pulling out the credit cards and giving you their money. So naturally, now you might ask, all right, Steven, I want to charge $400 for my course, but will my potential students be willing to pay that price? Now, of course, it is not going to work for every single market and every single niche, every single person. But from what I've seen, $300 to $500 for an online course is usually a price that actually sells very well in many different markets across many different niches. Now, it is not a one-size-fits-all, but if you are solving a major problem for your potential students, many of them are going to be willing to pay that money now to get your help and solve that problem. And you know, your course should be solving a major problem for your students, right? And oftentimes, solving that problem or achieving that goal for the students is going to be so valuable. It might be actually worth thousands of dollars or even tens of thousands of dollars for them to solve that problem. So for example, you help them make more money, or you help them fix a relationship, or you help them improve their health. The outcome that you can give your students should be so valuable. It's totally more than reasonable for you to charge them $300, $400, $500, or even more for your course. And if you're having doubts about whether your potential students are willing to pay that price for your course, oftentimes that doubt does not actually come from reality, but instead is coming from your judgment about your course and also your own insecurity about your course or yourself. Now, I totally get that because I was the same way when I started selling my first course. I thought, who am I to be charging a few $100s for my course? And I want to get people to know me first, just get students in the door first. So I started selling a $20 course. And the month after I launched the course, I sold 20 of them, which made me a whopping $400. Now, that is much better than nothing, but obviously I knew if I wanted to hit my income goal of $10,000 per month, this is never going to work. So in spite of my fear, I bit the bullet and started creating a flagship course that I eventually sold for $400. It was a Facebook marketing course, and over the 4 years I've sold it, I managed to get over 1,300 students and over $500,000 in sale for that course. And many eventually left great reviews for my course, and in retrospect, I saw how silly I was to be scared to sell the course at $400. So as mentioned before, when you sell a course at $400, you only need less than one student per day to reach that $10,000 per month. And therefore, you can actually focus all your efforts on marketing and promoting just this one course. And that will really give you the clarity you need to understand how to optimize your marketing, optimize your ads if you're doing ads, and get the most number of students to buy this course. Now, on the contrary, many course creators try to start out selling like a low ticket, so meaning something less than $100 courses, and maybe hope to like upsell these students later into more expensive course, or maybe like a membership, and generate lots of revenue streams, like different revenue streams this way. Now, this of course can definitely work, but it is extremely difficult, and I think certainly not suitable for a beginner course creator, especially if you're bootstrapped and maybe you're a one-man band or you're a one-woman band, and you cannot afford to juggle too many things at once. So you have very limited resources, both time and energy, to, well, you have to make your courses and also promote your courses, and also you need to maintain systems and manage your students, etc. And you certainly don't need multiple courses and multiple offers and funnels to start to pull you in that many directions. Once you get a well-oiled machine selling a flagship course for maybe $300 or $400 or $500, and you are getting to that 10K per month already, and then if you want to scale even higher, then maybe it is the time to add that lower priced course or maybe membership. But start out with just one course, and that's more than enough to get you to that 10K per month income goal. There's a saying I really like: simple scales, fancy fails. And that is my philosophy on running an online course business as well. Alright, so let's say you do want to sell a $300 or $500 course. Now, how do you promote and sell the course with that kind of price tag? Well, this episode is focused on pricing, and I don't want to go too much into the marketing side, and I will have many other episodes afterward that talk about that. But I do want to say this, it is in fact extremely difficult to try to sell a $300 plus course by leading interested buyers directly to a sales page and trying to get them to pay immediately, especially if it's a cold audience, say you're getting from Facebook ads. So what I do usually is I put a sales webinar in the middle. Instead of selling the course, I first sell my free webinar that promised to show them some secrets and tricks to achieving the goal or solving a certain problems that the audience have. Then I promote the course toward the end. By the time I've spent 30 to 60 minutes with the target potential buyers, and I letting them know my teaching philosophy and also the value the course is going to bring to the students. So I don't want to make this episode too long by going into the details of how to set up sales webinars. But if you are interested in learning more about that, I do have a free online workshop prepared for you. The topic is 3 secrets how to scale your online course business to over $10,000 per month, and it is completely free to join. Go to www.10kcoursecreator.com/start to register now. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.